This is Kenny with BWOne.com. We're here today reviewing the Boost Max from ZTE. As you can see, it's a pretty nice, large size Boost mobile phone. It's going to be one of their higher end phones as far as their phones are concerned. As far as the actual hardware itself goes, you're going to see it's going to have a nice big 5.7 inch HD screen. It's going to be 720p. This was going to run Android 4.1. It's also going to have an 8 megapixel camera here on the back, 1 megapixel camera there on the front. It's going to have a gig of RAM, and it's going to have about 8 gigabytes of internal memory with the micro SD card slot there on the side, so you can add additional storage as you need it. As you can see here from the lock screen, it kind of has a different lock screen than some of the other phones. It actually gives you the option to kind of turn on sound and turn on vibration mode, which is kind of different. A lot of phones usually just use a lock screen for shortcuts to things like the camera, which this has as well. And then just normally you'd be able to get into the phone otherwise. As it is a Boost mobile phone, they're obviously going to have a couple branded things like their Boost mobile application for music. They're also going to have a couple extra little things here and there. Boost Zone, as far as like their kind of store that they have specifically for apps that they recommend. One of the actual biggest key points of this phone is this is one of the few phones, actually this is going to be the first phone itself that's been partnered with Dolby to have their Dolby Digital Plus sound. A lot of the only other device that has that right now is going to be the Kindle Fire HDX. And it's gotten great reviews. The audio you can get from that is going to be incredible, way better than what you're going to normally get off of the speakers themselves. So as you can see here, they have like a little mode where you can kind of go into. They give you a little demo so you can kind of see exactly what it's like. Let this run. So as you can tell right now, the Dolby Digital Plus is actually off, so this is just going to be your standard listening experience as if you're listening to it with anything else, and there it is turned on. So as you can see with that on, you really get a better sense of the actual clarity and depth of the music. The actual voices are going to be a lot clearer. It's going to be a lot sharper. There's going to be a lot more range to what you're listening to. So if you're watching a movie, you're going to feel like those sound effects are really coming at you, as opposed to just the standard flat sound that you might get, even if you were to have a phone with an equalizer to it. So I think it's pretty awesome. I'll give you another little demo here with some actual music playing on the phone. So let's see what's going on. So this is with it on right now. You can tell, you can kind of hear the crispness of the actual, guitars. You can hear like the full breadth of all the sound. And then with it off, it almost sounds a little bit lower volume altogether. Doesn't quite sound as clear and as sharp. So it really does make a difference. Again, they also have different modes here. If you're making phone calls, just listen to audio and things like that. There's a more specific voice mode. Game mode again, so you can kind of get that sense of if you're playing like a shooter that the shooting is coming from the sides, coming from in front of you or behind you. So as far as audio goes, me being kind of an audiophile as is, this is pretty awesome functionality to have in a phone, because I listen to my music when I'm on the bus, when I'm at work and stuff and I'm kind of going around. It's always nice to have just a good clear audio to be able to listen to. Other things about the phone itself, I mean, you can tell it's pretty basic as far as the skinning. There's no real anything else special going on. It's basically like stock Android. Got your standard sets of quick controls here, data, GPS, sound, all that kind of good stuff. Go into the settings here. Like I said, this is running Android 4.1, 4.1.2, so you got your Jelly Bean there. And then as far as the hardware itself also goes, it's going to have a 1.2 gigahertz dual core Snapdragon. So again, good strong hardware as far as just like a Boost mobile phone goes. Got your camera here, again kind of basic as far as what it has. It's kind of not really much as far as like a skin goes, but it takes good photos. I mean, haven't been using it for photos all that much, but from what I've taken so far, it's been pretty solid.
8 megapixel camera.
I haven't been taking that many photos with it just yet, but the photos that I have taken with the 8 megapixel camera have turned out pretty solid. So I mean, definitely, and obviously, it has the front facing camera for your phone calls, video calls, selfies, as always are popular. So yep, this is going to be the Boost Max ZTE. As far as the phone itself goes, like I said, it's a great phone, a little bit large in the hand, but you know, again, that's going to be something that, you know, some people are going to like, some people aren't. It's a little bit bigger, I found, than the actual Note 3, so it's just kind of giving you a comparison size-wise. But the hardware itself is really solid. Again, just to kind of, you know, give you a little look at the phone. And it has the dedicated camera button here on the side as well, so you can easily take your photos like nice and quick. But yeah, this is the Boost ZTE. This is the Boost Max ZTE, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our videos on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, check out our Google Plus page, and like us on Facebook. And as always, don't forget to live your tech world in high definition.